G'day guys, welcome to the channel and back to the Breville radio. Now, we're working on the dial, as you know, at the moment. Now, we've got the dial done with and mounted in, looks lovely. The only thing that's not really lovely is making the pointer for it. Now, I've got a picture here. Probably might be better to show you, not off my phone, but anyway, there's an example of what we've got to make. Okay. Now, we don't have the north, south, east, west cross in the middle. That's a different model. This is a 96, that's a 97. So we've got not much here to go on at the moment. Piece of brass, thin brass, probably, I don't know, be a mil, I suppose. No, it wouldn't be a mil, half a mil thick. I'm going to cut a piece out. I've got some rough measurements on this. So the back end here, well, actually that's the front end, 10 millimeters long, and the back end is 15 millimeters long. Now there's a little bit of the pointer on the back. I'm going to try and replicate this this piece here and this piece up here on soldered onto the brass eyelet in the middle, if I can. So this one's 15 mil. I think I told you that. Yeah. So this is sort of goes up. The width of it there is 5 mil, and then it chamfers in and chamfers in again. So we've sort of got to we've got to follow that fairly well. How are we going to do this? I don't know. The pointer, I've got a little bit of copper rod or copper wire, if you want to call it copper wire. Yeah, it's all bendy and everything. We've got to straighten that out. So first of all, going to cut this and cut it to rough size. Now we then have to put a hole in this, and that hole has to match. Yeah, that has to match this eyelet. I'll be glad when this radio's finished. I'd say everyone else will be too. That has to be soldered in the middle of that piece, like so. It's just an eyelet, and it fits ideally on the dial there. So, yeah, I've got to drill a hole out, and then this solder's probably on the back of it, and then I have to shape each side and solder the pointer and a piece of pointer onto this little piece of brass. That's the theory. So yeah, let's now this is fairly thin. Shouldn't hurt my scissors. Well, it won't hurt them until next time I go to use them anyway. Yeah, shouldn't be using them for this. Okay, we'll go in there. And a little bit more. Right. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to clean this up and see if it cleans up okay. It's a little piece of brass. So I'll do that and I'll be back, and then, well, run you by what I'm going to do. I'll also have to flatten this so it's nice and flat. A hole in there, and then shape each side. And then it's this is me without a 3D printer, but I want this made out of metal anyway, and then the needle itself gets soldered in there somehow, like that. Yeah, that's the theory. Whether or not that works, I don't know. Okay, I'll do a couple of things. I'll be back. Right. Well, first bit complete. There's our bit of brass, and I've managed to tack solder him just at the moment on the back there. All I've got to do now, all I've got to do is shape this thing, and of course cut it the size. But yeah, it's a job, but it will look okay once it's in there, once it's painted, and yeah, it'll do the job. But anyway, that's where I'm up to at the moment. Okay, so the next bit is trying to get a little grinding wheel and shape this. First of all, cut it the size, and then shape the edges to what sort of that looks like. Yeah, I think we'll get it. This is yeah. Wish I had a 3D printer, or I could always farm it out to David Tipton. I'm sure David he'd love a challenge like this. This isn't. He's got more gear than me. Yeah. All right. I'll do the next bit. Now with this soldered on the back here, we've got the front looking presentable. Got my little washer in there, but the thing is, I need a spacer on the back of that washer. This piece of brass is going back and just hitting the dial a little bit, so we've got to space this out. Now, this rivet actually shapes in. So what I'm going to do now with the Dremel is cut around this and take this shoulder pretty well off, most of it off. We don't need that. We're now centered with this hole. Our screw sits nicely in that center. So now it's a matter of how we get a washer in there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. We'll see if this cuts it or what happens here. Hopefully this may work. It may not. We've got it almost flat. Now I can smear a little bit of solder around there once we get our other washer in there. But this is exactly what we want. So this one is still, everything is still sitting nicely there. I'm going to find a little washer. We may have to grind away just, or push away a slight little bit of metal from there, metal and solder. But I think we'll get a washer in there. And it'd be nice if I could get a little fibre washer just at the back of that, just to space him out when he's screwed onto the shaft. Okay, well, this has been a little bit of a pain. But anyway, I've put a little dent in that side of it, but don't think you'll notice that actually when it all goes, when the screw goes in here, goes together. I don't want to remake this damn thing. Hopefully not. You probably will. I don't want to remake this. But anyway, the deal is I've soldered a washer on the back. I've cut it away, and well, it's a part of a terminal actually, a little electrical terminal. And reason being, they're easy to solder, so I didn't want too much heat on this, and then the guts fall out of it again, and yeah, it's beginning to be a bit of a pain. But that works fine. I've had it on the radio, just tried it, and it's perfect. It works great. So it's a matter of doing that, and then I've got to work out the needle length and everything per the radio. And yeah, we've got to cut this, straighten this up, cut it to suit, and cut the end piece to suit. And then I have to make a pattern on this. Now, how do I do this? I'm getting my Dremel, I'm putting it in a vise so that I can then hang on to this and control what I'm cutting rather than trying to hang on to the Dremel and do it. That would be nearly impossible. So, yeah, another makeshift job without, well, we can't print a metal pointer anyway. So, yeah, I want this metal. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. I'm going to set up my vise and Dremel and everything else here on the bench, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Right, here we go. I've put a screw into a piece of wood to hold this steady, and basically I've got to get that on there. Okay, and then we can start shaping this. But I've got some flux there at the moment, so I'm going to try and I'll tin this fella, and I'm going to try and run a tin strip down the center of the brass. How this is going to go, I've got no idea. This is just my idea with limited tools that I've got here. So we'll just see if this is going to stick on here. There we go. Got to get a little bit of heat into this. Okay. That's looking good. Right. Now our pointer. Going to get some heat into him. He, by geez, that gets hot quick. He's not as bad as at taking the solder as what the brass is, being copper. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do now, we've got that done, is find something the exact same height as that so I can rest the pointer on it and it's level. Yeah, I haven't got anything handy. Just a moment. Right, there it is. It's a balancing act. Exactly the same height as the brass on that side. It's in line. I've got a screwdriver sitting on it for a little bit of weight so that it doesn't move. Okay, I'll come in backwards with the soldering iron. Let's see, is this going to work? And that's already moved. I need to sit something on the wood. Okay, got my hammer. Right, try that again. Oh God, is this going to work or not? Here we go. I won't talk while I'm doing this, guys. I need to hold my breath while I'm doing this. We'll get a bit of heat happening here. A little bit of heat going on there. Okay, it's wanting to move a little bit. It's not what we want. Okay. Come on. Ah, he moved again. And again. Now we're getting some heat there. Okay. This is good. All right, guys, I think that will be okay. We're going to do the same on the tail end of it. And the pointer is not quite as long on the other end. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn this around. Just loosen this a little bit. Sorry about the audio there. I bumped the mic. Turn this around, and now we'll do the back end. Okay, I will go and cut him to size and get him ready, and we'll do exactly the same thing on the back end. That's looking fairly good. I'm happy with that, but whether all this is going to be nice and fancy like the original, well, yeah, I'll give it a go. Okay, let's try and get the back on this. Our back half of, or well, not half, our back piece of the dial. And we should be able to just melt this into place. It's a little bit out of place there at the moment. Oh boy, is this going to work, guys? I'm almost losing heart with this Breville. Need this around the side. Gee, that's hot. Come on. I just need you in place. Is that close? No, it's not. It's got to go up further. We'll try and lift him up. There. We're pretty close. Everything lines up. Guys, I think that's close enough for me. What I'll be doing now is we've got to shape this thing into shape, which will be a trick. That's where me vice and me routing tool comes in. So, that holds the heat. Well, they're on there. Not quite the same as the original, not quite the same as what I wanted. But not too bad overall so far. Will certainly do the job. Nice bit of weight in that too. I hope it's not too heavy. So, yeah, there's our pointer right through. Now this will have to be tapered off on the ends of them with the Dremel, and of course the shape made in this. Okay, let's get on to that bit now and see, can I stuff that one up? It's going to be a hassle. Right, here it is. Here's the setup. A little grinding wheel on the end of the Dremel. This is it. And, well, that's the picture I've got to go off. So I'll be doing the back end first to see can it be done. And, yeah, we'll see how he goes. I don't know whether this is going to cut into it or not. Well, guys, that's about the best I can do. If I put the screw in, yeah, she's close. She's close. Could be a little bit more taken off the back, maybe, but I don't want to take it too far. Yeah, I might. This one here, I think, just needs a fraction more. Okay. Righto, well, there's the finished product. I think she'll be okay. Some undercoat now, and let's get him painted up. Nice bright white in gloss. Should look good. Okay, let's do it. Okay, now where I'm up to. I have painted our pointer. Now, let's have a look at what it looks like. We're going to mount it on the radio and set the pointer to the end travel on this machine. And boy, this machine is just about ready for the cabinet. But we do have to do an RF alignment. Now that I've got a pointer, we did do the IF alignment, which worked great. RF, well, we don't know. Don't know yet. Anyway, there's our pointer, guys. This is how it come up. Not bad. Not too bad at all. And, well, let's see what it looks like when it's on there. I'm pleased that I didn't get this 3D printed, because it's metal and it's a little bit more robust. Okay. There we go. Now, because of the error there, that's got to go back just that little bit. Okay. There she is, guys. Now, let's see how it runs. And there's the end there. So we need to go back just that little bit. We'll just tighten him up there. Okay. We'll run him around again. Oh, this dial looks pretty damn flash, doesn't it? This is a nice dial. Okay. And there. It's got to go down just that little bit. Once I get this right, we'll be tightening him up a fair bit more. It's a matter of getting this in the right position. And that's not it. Spot on. Right at the very, very end. Okay, once more for good luck. I hope this old girl performs okay. There it is. Yeah, it could go a smidgen more, but yeah, I think it could go there. Let's take it there. Okay. Let's see now. That should be it. This is me being over the top with how I like things. Okay. That's pretty damn close. There's the end of it. Okay, guys. There's our pointer. And it's strange that the pointer actually goes a little bit past the inner circle on this side. Up the top, it's right on. And over here, just runs a little bit past as well. So, yeah, interesting that the circle is not quite perfect. But anyway, That's the way she is. There you go, guys. I'll put it up here towards our local station when we fire this up. There you go. There is our dial pointer and, well, another little project finished with the Breville. The next one, well, I'm going to show you. This thing's going to have Bluetooth. I want it to sound really good. Let's have a look. Well, it's this thing, the speaker. Now, we did get this working. It is working, but it's been patched up. It doesn't, although it does, yeah, it actually does work okay, because this was an absolute mess. If you want to see what this looked like, go back to the first video that I did, which, yeah, I'll shove a link up the top here. Where is it? Up there or up there? Probably up here. And yeah, have a look at where this whole project started. She was a mess. But yeah, it's been patched up. But the thing is, this works. She's a bit stiff because it was sprayed, I think, with lacquer or whatever. I forget how I did this now. It's been a while back. But I don't like it. But then again, it's working. So yeah, I'll see what it sounds like once we feed an audio signal into this before we put the Bluetooth in, and we'll just go in through the gram input on the back of it and see what it's like. Okay, so there we go. That's down the track. For this video, the pointer was our main objective. Now, you just watch the Phillips, the little Phillips Town and Country, and as I told you, pick between the radios. Okay, this was the other radio. There she is. Nice little radio. It's a HMV, and I think it's a Cosmopolitan. No, I'm not real sure. Not real sure on the model. Dial works. Now that's a blessing in disguise. Guys, we're going to start this one next as far as the restoration. It will probably be a couple. I don't know. The case is in pretty good order. There's not much to do here. I thought I did have a handle for this, but I don't. I don't have a handle. So I'll look up some details of this and try and find out the exact model. As I can see, an original screw there, but not here. Otherwise, pretty good case. So there she is. That's the next video. And of course, there's one other thing that I'm working on at the moment that that you're all waiting on as well. Let's have a look at that. And here it is, our Acme E3 vintage radio power supply. Okay, that's what we're working on at the moment. Now, I will be starting the video on this, well, pretty well at the same time. I mix between that and our HMV. That will probably be the next video up. And yeah, we're all waiting on this one. This one, well, he could be a few weeks away to the next part. So I have 4 caps that we were wondering, should we repack those? They were off off the inside, off the bracket inside. Guys, this is an old power supply. It should be restored, well, to how it used to be. I'm going to restuff them. Okay, so I'm going to have a go. Maybe come up with some other technique or something of getting these apart without ruining the can, and getting something in there. But yeah, I'm going to have a think about this. But really, it's original. It's 1926 we're talking here. So really, it should go back as it was. I don't like it. Just, yeah, I can easily fit 4 little caps on there. Not a problem. But yeah, that's not the point. Righto, guys. Well, you better subscribe and hit the bell. We've got a fair bit lined up. And yeah, as I said, the little HMV will be next one up. Won't be long. And, well, the Breville, yeah, we'll keep doing things. But this one has to be done as well. So there we go. There's the update at the moment. That's what's happening. Really, really happy with the Breville. The Breville pointer, I reckon, yeah, it looks pretty close to the original. Actually, here's a picture of the original. I'll put up beside it here. Okay, we'll just push him over to the side and see what you reckon. Okay, I reckon she's pretty close. Righto, guys. Please keep following and give us a thumbs up. And as I said, subscribe. It helps the channel. If you really like what I do, buy me a coffee. It's in the description on the homepage. That really helps. Super thanks. Always, always helps me along just that little bit with bits and pieces that we've got to buy so I can keep showing you these videos. Okay, guys, catch us next time. Bye for now.